What's up, Loquacious? How's it going, buddy? Sparkling water. I'm drinking sparkling water. What the hell? Your chat just went and. I can see chat went invisible for a little bit. I'm drinking Heinen's brand Italian sparkling water. I just wanted it. Look how fucking blonde my hair is, dude. It's even stronger. I don't understand. Whatever it was stronger bleach than last time because this was all grown in. It is a lot brighter than it was before, and my fucking scalp is bleeding right here. Like washing in the shower, it like legitimately hurts. Like, what the fuck's going on? How's it going, Washington? How was Guru's member stream? So I should have done some research before the stream. Let's talk about some fights this weekend because I haven't done any. All I know is it's Lewis and Sergey, but who else is on the card? I know there's some. I know the main card's kind of decent. Does Wheelchair Juru beef you? Why is he going like? I don't think so. I don't think so. He can go live too. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't think he's a. Okay, I guess it doesn't matter, dude. Like, he can. Yeah. What other fights are on the card? I'm really high right now too, so this might not be the greatest stream. The fuck? What the fuck? Who's in the co-main? Who's in the? You guys gotta help me. I can't just fucking look it up right now because it will stop the stream. Alright, well, in the meantime, is there like a fucking delay on this shit? Or is no one watching? Or what the fuck is going on? Yeah, like chat's going in and out for me. Like sometimes, so I can't really tell what's going on. Right, so I'll just start talking about random shit then. Okay, I'm gonna tell random stories then because, and you guys want to know an MMA question, just ask. Dude, I'm fucking high. Holy shit. All I know is Sergey Spivak, he's a great fighter. Yeah, and I think Derek Lewis will test himself against some. I hope Derek Lewis wins, but yeah, I guaranteed for sure. Whether Derek wins or he loses, he's going to be losing the fight until he wins. Like I don't think Sergey's at the level where Derek can just bully him at like a Chris Dawkins type, or like because there's a certain level where if you're not like imposing enough or skilled enough, Derek Lewis will just run all over your ass, and I think there's a small percentage chance of that happening, but I don't think it's gonna happen. So yeah, that kind of makes me sad. I would like to see him fight kind of like the lower guys in the division and just rack up more knockouts, add to his record. But yeah, story time. I'm gonna do a story time. There's a story I haven't told. I don't think I've told it yet, and it's genuinely one of my funniest drug stories, and it's very little to do with. Well, it doesn't even have a whole lot to do with drugs. It's just like. It was just like it happened during that time, and drugs are involved, but it's a really, really fucking funny story. But at the same time, I don't know if I should tell it with two people watching the stream. What's a good story? Because I don't want to waste that long. Oh, I could always just say it again. It doesn't matter for the two people who are watching right now. All right. So this is like 7, 8 years ago. Um, I was living in a 3 bedroom apartment. Dude, I'm so fucking high, man. I'm so fucking high, loquacious. This is gonna be a terrible stream. But this is a funny story. This is a funny story. Okay, first off, you have to. Are you guys familiar with the show Arrested Development? If not, then it's just like a brief thing. I just have to explain. But there's something in Arrested Development that's really funny, and it involves this story. Yes, random story time. Yeah, really random story. I'm high. I'm thinking about it, and it still makes me laugh to this day. Um, but I'm not getting answers. So yeah, there must be a long delay on this shit. But uh, so I'm just gonna speak to myself basically. Dude, I'm so fucking high. Holy shit. I don't know what happened. I swear to God, I smoked less weed and I packed the gravity a little bit less than usual. But I must have just gotten like a really good nug with like a lot of shit. Okay, Washington, you've seen it. So do you remember J. Walter Weatherman? He's the guy that George Sr. would hire when the Bluth kids, when they were just kids, he would hire them, and he was the guy with one arm, and and he'd always get his arm ripped off, like his fake arm ripped off, and blood would spurt out, and then George Senior would come in and he's like, and that's why you always leave a note, and that's why you don't yell. That guy. All you need to know is that punchline is, and that's why you don't. Whatever it is, basically the premise of it is like you are creating an insane amount of trauma and a disproportionate reactionary to like a tiny indiscretion, like leaving the milk open or yelling or something like that by scaring the shit out of your little kids. So just keep that in mind for this story. Okay. So I was in a 3 bedroom apartment in Seattle. And there's 4 people living there. It was me, and then a guy named Morgan, his girlfriend Angie, and then Morgan's mom, Laura. Her name's Laura. All 4 of us, and we're all heroin addicts. Just to set the fucking yeah. That's what I was doing. And it was one day. This was like towards the end of my time living there. I was dude, I'm so fucking high. I'm sorry. This has to be a horrible stream. But what the fuck was I? Okay, so Angie and Morgan broke up, right? And Angie and all 3 of them, they were from California too. That's why I kind of hung out with them, is because people in Seattle are just like super hippie-ish, and I just don't blend in with those people. They just don't like my sense of humor, really. So I found myself hanging out with Californians a lot out there. They're all from California. Anyway, Angie drives back to California, and so Morgan is going insane. Like he's losing his fucking mind, and like he's how do I describe it? I don't even really I just remember he was going batshit insane, just yelling and screaming and like just missing. And, like it just happened, and she left without like notifying him, and she was just gone basically. And so to calm him down, I was like, all right, well, let's just go to the bar across the street. It was the only time I literally ever went to a bar with him, because I didn't drink at the time. I still don't drink, other than that drunk stream. But like, let's just go to the bar across the street, calm down, whatever. And he's like, yeah, good idea. And we walk And then at the bar, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get so many bitches, blah blah blah, like fuck Angie, blah blah blah, start a new life, blah 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 blah." It was we're at the bar, and like, there's no hot chicks there at all. There's just none. Um, and but and then I went to go play pool or something, and then this fucking very very obviously gay guy was hanging out with Morgan like the entire night, and I didn't think anything of it like at all. And and like so I hang out with like a separate group or whatever, and he was like with him the whole night. Like I talked to them a little bit during the night, but like I was just wondering. I was like, doesn't Morgan know that he's gay? Like I didn't. Nothing. Like the connection didn't spark my mind yet. Um, I remember it was like when it was like 2 a.m. and we had to go home. Where does Morgan's daughter fit? Good question. When it was when it was time to go home, we were walking home, and then it was just me, Morgan, and that guy. I genuinely don't remember his name, but he's like, "Hey, can I come walking with you guys?" It's like I live like over there. He lived in the apartment complex over or something. And then Morgan says, "You should just come over to our house." And I was like that's when I was like, "What? What the fuck?" And I was like, I still didn't think of the exact reason why. I was just like, this guy, like I didn't like this guy. Like he was a very overt homosexual, and those type of people kind of bother me. But like it was very 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 prototypical standard, um, and whatever. And he jumps at the opportunity. Sup, Rigo? How's it going, buddy? He jumps at the opportunity. He's like, "Yeah, I'll come over," and so we walk back to our house. He's definitely an Izzy thing, and we walk back to our apartment, and then right when we get in, Morgan goes into his room and closes the door. It just leaves me with this guy. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? And I'm like busy thinking about like, dude, how the fuck am I gonna get rid of this guy now? Like Morgan's the one that wanted him over. Like, what the fuck? Um, and like almost immediately, like as I'm like going through all this shit in my head, he throws up. Like he gets it in our trash can, but like he throws up like really really bad. And so that I don't remember how long he fucking threw up for, but it was a while, and it was really gross. And I had to like take care of him for a little bit, just to like here's some water, there's like some bread, yada yada. And I was like, I'll just walk you back to your place. And so, I had to throw the trash out in the trash can, and I'm just walking this guy back to his place. And I was like rattling off in something, and I realized he wasn't listening to anything I was saying. And I look, and he's like, dude, Morgan just texted me. He wanted me to make out with him. I'm like, what? And by the way, this whole time, like I didn't know anything like about Morgan being potentially gay at all. So I was like, what the fuck? You're shitting me? I was like, what? You have his number? And then like he shows me the text. And I was like, oh my god. Fuck. So he's like, should I go in there? I was like, dude, that's fucking your call. You want to? It's your, I guess. Like, don't, like, I'm not, like, I don't fucking care either way, to be honest. So we walk back to our apartment, and then he goes to have sex with Morgan in his room, and then I go back to my room, and I start doing heroin. And like an hour later or so, did Larry get high? He did. Of course he did. An hour later, Laura knocks on my door and comes in, and she says, do you know where Morgan, or is Morgan okay? And he's like, cause like his TV's loud, but like he's not answering when I knock on the door. And that might not sound like anything to like a normal person, but when you are living with a bunch of heroin addicts, you check in on each other because you die, and especially when it's your own son. You know what I mean? Like, so she was worried about Morgan. And this was my opportunity to do a J. Walter Weatherman to teach her a lesson, because rewind, so pause there, rewind. Like a few months prior, I caught her, Laura, the mom of Morgan, stealing my heroin, and I caught her on camera. Uh, yes, I have done fentanyl. I'll talk about that later. I caught her on camera multiple times, and it caused me so much anxiety to like, because I didn't want to, because like my name wasn't on the lease, and so I was like, I didn't want to like start trouble, but like I like anytime that like she would steal drugs from me, and so I confronted her about it, and first she denied it, but I was like, dude, do you want me to show you the fucking camera? And then she fessed up, and she's like, I'm sorry. She's like, I'm sorry. I will pay you back. Like, I'm really, really sorry. And like, she was very apologetic, and she actually did end up paying me back. But this was after this event with Morgan and the gay guy. So flash forward back then, she knocks on my door. She talks to me. She's like, "Is Morgan okay?" And I was like, I don't know. I think you should probably check on it because I knew what was going on there, and this was my payback for her stealing my drugs. And she's like, well, she's not. Laura said, well, he's not answering the door, and the TV's really loud. And I was like, well, go around. Like we lived on the first floor, and I was like, just go around to the front. In the blind, there was like a crack in a little crack in the crack in the blinds where you could see through. Anyway, so she goes out, and she sees. Well, based on the look on her face, I'm assuming Morgan was taking it, based on the look on her face. But she comes back. She like 5-10 minutes later. Her like, I swear to God, it looks like she's seen a ghost. And she goes, I don't know who's in that room, but that is not my son. And she walks out, and I start laughing. It was one of the funniest moments of my life, and I had no one to share it with. I was just fucking high on drugs, thinking like, "That's what you fucking get, bitch. That's what you fucking get." And then the sad part is she actually did end up paying me back. So like I taught her a J. Walter Weatherman lesson for nothing. But I really wanted to say, and that's why you don't steal my heroin. It's one of my. I could have definitely told that better if I wasn't high as shit. But that is one of my favorite stories. You guys are way far behind me. Morgan is a gay name. Yes, it is. They sound make a reality TV show with heroin junkies living together. Yeah, it sucks living with junkies, man. It really fucking does. I don't recommend it. I would never do it again. Did you ever do fentanyl? Yes, here in Cleveland, like 5 years ago. It was fentanyl, but it was a Jeffrey. It was a bunch of other shit too, and it was terrible. Can you hear that? That's an angry neighbor. Am I not getting a law for that story? I think that story is pretty fucking funny, unless you guys are like 3 minutes behind or some shit like that. Yeah, what else to talk about if that didn't make you guys laugh? My head fucking hurts like a fucking motherfucker. And I look stupid. I don't think it looks bad when it grows out a little bit, but when it's like it's first done, it's I look like Sting, like WWF Sting or WCW Sting when he first started. But yeah, what are you guys doing? I'm fucking high as shit. And my chat disappears sometimes. I don't understand. It gets fucking Billy long neck in the morning. Dude, I've never been able to drink. Even when no, I did. I was drinking in the morning. The last time I was an alcoholic, but other than that short, brief time, but that's because I was trying to kill myself. It was hard to do alcohol in the morning. And that's because it was gin. Like a beer in the morning, whew. I knew people who regularly did that in high school, and I never understood it. Like I loved drinking back then, but Jesus, like it's like I don't know. Maybe I'm like super sensitive to alcohol, but I could always like feel it just coursing through my veins like a really dirty. Same with nicotine, both nicotine and alcohol. Do it, and you just feel like this dirtiness coursing through your veins, like slowing you down and dirtying up your system. Like that's the best way I could describe it. That weed does not do at all. Um, but reacts to Guru. What's his name? I was telling you about him. What heroin? What do you mean? What hair? Oh, what type? We had different types. Like in Seattle, there was like there was a lot of tar, but we would also get the I don't even know what it's called, the light brown, like the light brownish fucking what the fuck is it? I don't even think we had a name for it. It was the stuff that turned into tar. It was like the precursor to tar. That it's like a light cakey brownish type thing. Um, you don't mind hearing talking about? Okay, cool. Uh, or am I talking about the feeling of heroin? Wait, no, I'm not. No, I'm talking about the consistency, the the texture, the type of heroin. Because there's tar, and then there's like a white powder, and then there's like a beige kind of powder that clumps up together. That when you light it, it makes tar. I prefer opium. I've never had pure opium, which is crazy because I lived in Seattle and like it fucking grows up there naturally. But like you have to, like a lot of people know where it is, but they won't tell you where it is because it's because it was already so oversaturated with people knowing where it is, you know. But like giant fucking like huge allegedly, but like I heard this from multiple sources, so I believe it. Like bigger than your head, like basically giant Venus flytrap things. Like you pull it apart, and it's like like a giant white. Like it's basically like taffy. It's like a shitload of taffy, and like more than the size of your head. And you just pull all that out and let it dry, and it dries black, and that's pure opium. And that shit just grows naturally up there. So it's really like embedded into the culture, but I had the people who I knew people who knew where it was, but like they weren't hooking it up. That's the thing about heroin is that you tend to be a bit stingy. um, but uh, it's dope. Yeah, it's super dope. I don't know. I think it really affected and probably still does the culture up there. Oh my God. Well, that's a way to ruin like glass pipe, but uh, you can do it like that. Yeah. Um, you're supposed to. I mean, if you're gonna smoke it, you're supposed to just. It's terrible for you. It's so fucking terrible for you. But just doing it on aluminum. If you have like a thicker piece of aluminum, it's not nearly as bad for you. But I'm not fucking recommending that at all, or endorsing that at all. Like I haven't done that shit in years. Would have been base to enjoy some pure organic opium and a Cantonese opium den. Yeah, man. Or some fucking pure organic fucking opium and fucking in hippie land in Seattle and fucking getting high with the fucking with the fucking LGBTQ fucking Larry BTQ, Larry BTQ. Cute. What's up, Calcifer? How's it going, buddy? How's it going? I'm just really fucking high, and I can't imagine how this would be interesting at all. Well, I'm glad you're here. Uh, uh, but yeah, we need more of you guys streaming for when I'm fucking too high like this. I swear I smoked a bowl that was not that much. Like, I did not put that much in there, but I'm like so fucking. I'm just really high, dude, and I fucking accidentally bleached my hair when I was trying to get it as close to natural as possible. So, and it hurts too. It was like, it wasn't like. So I got the hair dye at an overstock market. So like that market never has anything in like they never have one. They it's like a giant market, and like whatever other markets have too much of, they sell it to this market, and it's like and you get it for cheaper. So it was one of those things, and that's probably the reason why they sold it to that market, is because it probably it wasn't the right thing. So, because the shit was fucking. This was caustic, man. Like it was. It didn't smell like the other one, but um, like it, yeah, my scalp's bleeding right now. So, but other than that, I'm doing good. Um, Probably will start eventually. Yeah, we need a Cosmos stream. We need a Cosmos stream. We need a Rigo stream. We need a Loquacia stream. We need to see if we can do a stream together. That'd be pretty cool. I think people would watch that. Um, we need to see if we can. Well, Sniff doesn't like musical, I think, so he's not in the Discord. But having Sniff on, like Sniff's fucking hysterical. Like he'd be a hilarious person to have on stream. But are you a striker or a grappler? Loquacious, are you a striker or a grappler? That's a good question. He is. He is. Wait, how old is Sniff? How old is Sniff? I know he's black, and I know he lives in Virginia Beach, and that's all I fucking know about Sniff. And I know he's fucking hysterical, and he leaves some of the best donos. Period. I just said this, Chrissy. Oh, hi. Just rewind. Just rewind like 2 minutes, and I said it. Striker trying to learn grappling. Dude, I only took like 3 jujitsu classes, and I fucking hated it. Or maybe 2. It was like 2 or 3, and I hated rolling around people. I didn't like. I didn't like it, and I'm not flexible at all, and I really was not strong back then. Like I would definitely like it more now, but even now, like I just feel like I'd rather not take the chance fucking getting a serious injury. Like with striking, you just like hitting like I haven't even sparred in months because my fucking tooth, but like even when I was sparring, it's like the chance of getting seriously injured in boxing is so much less than fucking grappling. And like I do it for like cardio reasons, and I do it for health, like just exercise reasons, and like I want to be able to keep doing it. And like grappling, like you can just get a fucking injury and you can't do shit for like months, and I don't want to fucking risk that shit. Boycott Sniff. No, Sniff is funny, man. Sniff is better than fucking Mr. Pibb Extra. Yeah, he says a self-hating respect. He's like a Dave Chappelle character. I broke my wrist grappling 2 years ago and had to stop for so long. That's my fucking point, Calcifer. Is like I don't, and I'm not interested in it. I don't want to fucking roll around. Yeah, but the biggest thing is I don't want to risk injury. Like I do it, like I train to make myself tougher, and I train myself to like be able to do it all the time. Like, or not all the time, but like consistently. If I broke my ribs, like holy shit, I wouldn't be able to do anything. I've been rucking a lot lately, and I wouldn't be able to do that. Like Fuck that shit. Yeah, Mr. Pibb is Mr. Pibb extra is soy. He would be likable if he could take a joke. Uh, yeah, but he can't. A lot of people can't take a joke. Um, but Omar Cockles definitely can't take a joke. Although I actually kind of feel bad for him. I think it was Rigo. I'm pretty sure. Was it Rigo? I'm pretty sure it was Rigo. On a recent comment, maybe it was on under a guru post, or maybe a Juru post, or a gray shirt, or loquacious, or any of those clip channels. I saw you shitting on Omar, and then he's like, what the hell, bro? Like, I haven't done anything to you other than I'm black. I was like, you would play that card, Omar, but at the same time, like, dude, he's got the worst takes for sure. He's definitely got the worst takes. But I, oh my god, this is a circus monkey of Jerusalem. Yeah, but I did feel kind of bad for him. No, the James Krause video. Yeah, I saw that, bro. James Krause is one of the few non-guru guys I'll watch when it comes to MMA. Did you guys see the Sean Strickland Schmo interview? That was the Ankalaev bit had me fucking in tears, dude. Because Guru, like, we've all been saying the same shit about Ankalaev forever. It's like, has anyone checked this man's fucking chromosomes? Holy shit. And it's just funny. Sean goes on like a 1 or 2 minute rant just on how much of a Neanderthal Ankalaev is. It's so fucking funny. Yeah, dude, watch that fucking shit. His Helen Yee interview is not that great. You can definitely skip it. But his Schmo interview, A tier for sure, or S tier even. One of his better ones. The Schmo always brings it out of him. Ankalaev, dude. I think he might have like verbatim said something I wrote on a guru comment, which made me think he might have even seen that comment, because he seems like he would watch Guru. If anyone would watch Guru, it'd probably be Sean Strickland. So I don't know. Maybe. Well, I like to think that I inspired him, but probably it wasn't me inspiring him. It was probably just him being around him and being like, "Holy shit, this guy has Down syndrome!" Like, seriously. Ankalaev is fucking ridiculous. Like, he doesn't really look like he's human. What time is it? It's 9:09. I'm gonna be going pretty soon, just because I feel like I'm not able to be that entertaining right now, and I want to be more entertaining than I am, and it's bothering me mentally, which is affecting the quality of the stream. Yeah, I think he liked something before about Guru. Wait, Cockles? I think you liked something before about Guru. Are you talking about Cockles? Or I think you guys are like 2 minutes behind me, so it's kind of hard. But I'm playing entertaining, really, even when I'm super high and like not making sense. Thank you, Loquacious. I appreciate it. Can I rip some milkers on stream? Well, a couple of yeah, if Chrissy J's still here, over, and I really appreciate that, because sometimes when I just get too much in my head, and like I become not only the observer of myself, but the observer of myself, and then it makes it really hard to fucking get all that shit out in like a coherent English fucking like sentence. It's good to hang out. Yeah, I like hang out with the boys. That's why I'm doing it, just to hang out with the boys. Big balloons, exactly, Chrissy J. Big balloons. What's everybody smoking these days? Like, what kind of weed you got? This was crazy. This weed I got so fucking. I can't believe $30 an eighth delivery. Although like I had to meet him halfway, which was fine because I was going that way anyway. Um, and it was like in and out, and like really fucking good. Medical. It's not it might be from a medical place, but I mean it's like I don't have a medical card, like, and I didn't need it, so I don't know if it is or isn't. But like the way it was packaged, like it was vacuum sealed and everything, like it was really professional. And yeah, I'm super fucking high, man. Like it was way better than the shit I was smoking. Well, recently I'd only been smoking the HHC, which is a legal variant of THC, and this shit was way stronger than that. Um, I have ever gotten super paranoid off just weed all the fucking time, man, all the fucking time. And when I was a kid, like when I was drinking and smoking every single fucking day, like it took me a long time to realize that it was. I'd always blame it on the weed, but really it was a combination of alcohol and weed, and I'd get super paranoid every single fucking night. Like I'd get super high, or super drunk, then super high, and then super paranoid like the rest of the night. And like I thought there was something wrong with me, but then I realized if I just stop drinking, a lot of the paranoia goes away. Um, and then even now, I got like this, like certain strains cause more paranoia than others. This strain, this specific one, is a very like it's a super powerful one, but it's also a super relaxing one. Like there isn't a whole lot of paranoia involved. So not in the last few days, or not in the last few months, probably. No, the last time I got weed from the girl that used to live here, um, yeah, that was like 2 months ago. That was about 2 months ago. I got weed. I got a little bit of weed from her, and that specific strain caused a lot of paranoia. So like 2 months ago, like there was a small period. Ever smoked weed on MDMA? Yes, but I don't really remember it because I was also on acid. The only time I ever did MDMA, I was also on acid, and I was also drunk, and I was also high, and I'm pretty sure I did something else too, but I genuinely don't remember. Um, and but yeah, but to answer your question, yes, and like that, like when I was peaking during that night, if you guys have ever seen Donnie Darko, where like you see like the soul thing like extends, but like and he the scene where Donnie was like looking at all the people at the party and you could see like their soul like moving in time like before it was actually happening. It was kind of like that, but in stop motion, and everything was in stop motion, and it was top 10 like some of the most fucked up, but like happiest, like good fucked up I've ever been. Um, just trying to grow your own. Dude, I can't grow my own weed here, Chrissy. That's insane. In a small apartment where all the apartments are connected, it's not legal here yet. So I checked it. It was supposed to be on the ballot this year in Ohio, and then they pushed it to next year because the House Republican, the the Republicans in charge of Ohio are against it, and like our governor specifically, he's against it. So this is why I'm a fucking against the fucking stupid Democrat Republican dichotomy, because they're both fucking stupid on issues. You know, like Republicans are very dumb about weed, um, even though it's super profitable for them. So it doesn't make sense. Um, so yeah, it should and all the fucking like it would pass for sure, 100%. It would pass in Ohio. I would bet my life on it. It would pass. Um, like a lot of people smoke weed in Ohio. Jesse J has the best meth. It's top three. It's top three. But there, my old dealer, it was so good that I don't even think it was meth. Meth just got decriminalized in Maryland. That's cool. Uh, I'm pretty sure meth is still a crime in Ohio, but no, I think we got decriminalized in either some parts of Cuyahoga County or the entire part. I think it was Cleveland and parts of the county, but individual cities would have their own say, and the city that I live in is still a nay on weed. They're like, no, it doesn't matter what the county says. Like, we're the city. So basically, in the county I live in, it's decriminalized. Like, you just get a ticket, but in my like where I live, it's a misdemeanor unless it's a large amount. So uh, yeah, I'm only on meth now. Well, I mean, if you have to choose between meth and weed, like, duh, you're gonna choose meth every time. Um, and actually, meth and weed is like a good combination. Like, if you're gonna do meth, I would highly suggest you do weed too, just to like slow you back down a little bit. Chrissy J never gives me any meth. Yeah, you gotta give her meth first, and then under the promise, and then you promise her that you'll keep giving her meth, and then if you do that, she'll likely give you some. Um, is it better than Walter White's? Dude, I never watched Breaking Bad. While that show was going on, I was literally doing that, so it never interested me. Um, I'd probably like it, but I think I watched like half an episode and it just seemed dumb. Like, I don't know. Watch it, dude. I don't know. Like, I don't really like especially these days. The only things I really watch is mixed martial arts and like and something funny. Like, if it's not funny and like it could be super dark but lighthearted in the sense that it's supposed to be a comedy, then I don't really care about fucking violent shit and uh and drug shit, and like it doesn't really interest me, like it's quite overrated. It's good but not quite as good as everyone makes it out. That's probably what I would think too. Favorite comedian? So Theo Von is a terrible stand-up comedian. I think his stand-up is terrible, but he's my favorite off-the-cuff guy probably. And as far as actual stand-up, I think Louis C.K. is probably the best, or Shane Gillis is really good too, and they kind of have a similar style. You could tell Shane borrowed a lot from Louis, but that's good because Louis is like one of the few that can actually make me cry laughing, like in the context of a set. But I do agree with Guru for the most part that comedy is just it's just a hard. Bill Hicks. You realize Bill Hicks is still alive, Calcifer? Do you know this? A lot of people don't know this, which is crazy to me. But a lot of people don't know this. He's alive under a different moniker, and you know this other person too. And he just gained a lot of weight and did a few cosmetic surgeries. But I can link you the video if it's still up. I don't know if it's still up, but if it's still up, I can link you a video that will no doubt 100% prove. Yes, thank you, Tony. Thank you, Tony. Bill Hicks is 1,000% Alex Jones. If you guys don't believe me, just Google Bill Hicks is Alex Jones, and it's a video on Vimeo, and that's like I think it's like 10 years old or something, and dude, like a lot of those videos I always take with a grain of salt, but this specific one, the evidence is irrefutable. It's absolutely irrefutable, and they're not making it up. A lot of the evidence is just physical, and a lot of the evidence is how Alex Jones. Like the biggest telling thing is when Alex Jones won the Bill Hicks Award like 10 years after he died, and like the way he acted as he was accepting the award, it was very obvious that it was him. You know what I mean? That was like the biggest red herring. So you can't fake that. That was just on camera, and it actually happened. So yeah, Bill Hicks. This is why I don't give a fuck about Alex Jones. He's a character. Bill Hicks was also just a character, and I think he had a fucking gnarly ass like childhood where something to do with the CIA. Like he definitely a lot of fucking crazy shit happened with him because I think he's so far gone sometimes that like he becomes the character, but he's still like he's a lot of you have to the message has to be put out there before before it actually gets enacted. And so you need people to be paid opposition, basically, or controlled opposition, and like he's just one of them. This is why like I try to ignore that shit as much as possible. Can you do a gravity bomb with Larry since Chrissy is here? Dude, I'm still really fucking high, man. Like I try to do 2 a night and that's it. And I did 3 last night because Larry woke me up at 4 in the morning with his back feet and his asshole on my face. So I had to smoke to get back to bed. Do I use social media? Not so, no, but slightly yes. Like I for a while, like I have a Twitter account that like I pretty much never use, but for a while I did because I was following Costa and Strickland and like this was a few years ago, so like a talk show that follows the NFL, Pat McAfee. And I was using it a little bit during that era, and I have a Facebook under a false name, but like I barely ever use it. But like if I need to like look something up or something, like I will, like maybe once a month I'll be on it, but like I don't use it in the traditional sense. You won't find Ryan Nowicki in anything. Oh, and Boobadoo had an Instagram too. When she was alive, she had a really cute Instagram, and that was my IG during that period. Sniff would say he's a Jewish accent. Who is a Jewish accent? Alex Jones. He is. He is. Does Larry ever get dingleberries? Not too often. Like surprisingly, not too often. But it's happened. You know, like if you have a fluffy kitty, it's gonna happen sometimes. But he's not that bad when it comes to it. Do I use Instagram? Not these days, but when Booba was alive, I would take pictures of her and make funny captions and shit. But not really since she's gone. Like I think I might have logged on to that account maybe like 12 times since she's died, or not even. No, not even. Maybe like 10, 8, and that's been like a few years. So not really. Yeah, Loquacious, you're blowing up big time. Yeah, your channel's really blowing up. It's nice, dude. Keep it up, dude. Keep it up. You're gonna get monetized quicker than I am. Dude, you have the 4,000 watch hours. Like that's fucking a lot. It's a lot. Like this last month, I've gotten more watch hours than like any month in the past fucking like 5-6 years. And it was still only 200. So and I need 4,000 in a year. So the math on that, like I need literally at least like 350. So that's still not even enough. That's still fucking not even enough. Yeah, so I'm gonna need to do more. I mean, I'm posting all these lives now. So, are you doing these lives for money? Well, I'm not getting money right now, but I'm posting them up on my channel instead of deleting them because you need 4,000 hours of watch time. So like I need to rack up the hours, and 6,000 PayPal link on this if you want to. Yeah, thank you, Loquacious. I do actually. That's true. That is true. I do. I'm not doing it for the money, but I would like to have a channel that's monetized. You know, that would make me a lot more likely to do more shit. And I said once I'm monetized, I would do a freezing lake plunge with a Carolina Reaper. So, and I've had that idea in my head for this will be the 3rd winter that I'm saying that I'm going to do it. The last 2 winters I said I was going to do it, but I pussied out because I was like waiting because I want to do it when there's snow on the ground, but it's a fucking bitch. Like when there's too much snow on the ground, and if it's really cold, and then you gotta hack at the shit first, and then go in. It's like by the time I'm in, I'm already really fucking cold, and then I gotta fucking eat a fucking a super hot pepper on top of that shit. Like I really don't want to fucking like go through all of that. So like the ideal is like 4 to 6 inches of snow. So like you get the visual effect, but it's not like and it's not below freezing. So so I don't have to hack away at the fucking lake and and that way it would look because it's like a true fire and ice challenge. So that's what I envision in my head, and that's what I would want to do. What do you need 4K hours in a year? Yeah. You need 4,000 watch hours in 1 year. And this last month I have like 200 and probably 10 after today, and I need to average 350 every single month for a year. So like I need to up that a lot if I want to get monetized, and I need to start just making like maybe long form videos. Um, I don't really know talking about what. Oh, the fucking wish. I always fucking forget. I always remember when I'm like high late at night. The wish cigarette thing. I need to do a follow up on that because that alone and just like, make it kind of long and that alone will probably help. Um, Smoking when it's cold outside is the best. Oh, I know because it. Um, Oh, are you talking about cigarettes or weed? Well, either way, like it's cool because it adds to the amount of visible smoke. Your house is freezing. Well, then turn on the heater. Or um, cold kills your buzz. No, the cold's awesome. The cold is so fucking cool. Like in the summer, I walk outside and I feel like I'm dead. I feel like I'm in hell. I'm just like Jesus. It's fucking humid and hot, and the air is like soup, and it sucks. And then in the wintertime, it's like walking into a fucking freezer and it just fucking hits you and just wakes you up and it's like, fucking, I'm alive. You know, ran out of oil, RP. What kind of oil, Chrissy? Meth oil? Did you get snow in Ohio today? Yes and no. Like the tiniest little drizzle of snow. So, but nothing on the ground. So no, basically. But I went rucking yesterday. I did a I did a 2 mile ruck, and halfway through there's iron gymnastics rings in the metro parks that they have. They have um what's it called? There's like different exercise stations, and one of them is gymnastic rings. And so halfway through the ruck, I took off my backpack and did a pull up exercise, and then went back. And the entire ruck, like it snowed more and more and more and more, and it was like I want to say it's 35 degrees, and I was just wearing a tank top and shorts and shoes, and then gloves and earmuffs, but. Um, it felt so fucking nice, dude. Like I can't do that shit in the summer, man. I will literally die of exhaustion like a quarter of the way through just because I just heated up so fast. But in the wintertime, I can just fucking go because it's nice and cool. You like your calisthenics, don't you? Um, I well, I hate going to the gym, dude. Like I went for the I've gone to the gym on and off like since I was like 21, and I took weights since in high school too. So like since then, basically, but like I like have years of fucking training in the gym. But the past few years, like I just like I got my gymnastic bars and I got kettlebells and I just started like doing different shit, just like doing more outside shit, and I just find that I enjoy it a lot more. So and I haven't lost any muscle, and I'm a hell of a lot more functionally strong doing like calisthenics and like functional lifts and compound exercises. A nice ruck in the snow is alpha. Yeah, dude, it's so fucking nice. Like, because almost nobody's out there. And the people who are out there, it's like, because like in the summer, everyone's fucking out. You know what I mean? Like everyone's out there. So, what's up, Bob? Bob, how's it going, buddy? um, uh, like in the summer, like the metro, the Cleveland has a very extensive metro park system that goes around the entire fucking city, and a lot of people walk it when the weather's nice. But when it's snowing and it's in the 30s or below, it's like it's only the hardcore cool people are out. So it's always a much nicer vibe. Um, I like it. It's just fucking everything about it is fucking nicer. It feels like a challenge that like being in a tank top and shorts like when it's that cold. It's like just everything in your body is telling you to fucking quit. Just like the leg plunges, everything is telling you to fucking quit, and you just fucking don't. Whereas like in the summer, it's like the same thing, but it's like you feel like you're gonna die. And this, at no point do I feel like I'm gonna die. I just feel like it's more like man versus elements. I guess I don't know. It's more primal. That's when the true alphas come out, especially if it's raining. Yeah, dude, raining, snowing, like the people who walk and run and bike those paths drop like 99%. But that's what weeds out the weak. And those are the times when I try to go. Like Cleveland's pretty crazy with the rain. Where like when it does pour, it's absolutely insane. Which I have gone on a run one time doing that, but it was not. It was just not enjoyable, and it wasn't even cold. It wasn't hard. It was just I was just completely drenched, and like it just sucked running in wet shoes. But that's why I kind of like snow better because it's dry and it's colder and it's a fucking challenge. Um, like heating oil, sassy sex. Oh, okay, heating oil. Okay, that makes sense. Um, well, then just do some calisthenics, Chrissy. Do some calisthenics. That will warm you up. Or just do a little, you know what. um, uh, but yeah, dude, my rucking is that's only the fifth time I've gone on a ruck. It was like fifth time in 16 days. I've been tracking my progress, and each time I can do so much more, so much faster with with less downtime, and then now it's no downtime, and like my strength gains have been through the fucking roof these past few weeks, like way higher. Like I haven't had strength gains like this since like I think since I first got my gymnastic rings. So and it's cool because it's something that I can just keep expanding on, and you just keep putting more fucking weight on your back, or go longer. So it's something I'm going to keep doing, especially in the winter. In the summertime, I'll probably do something else. But yeah, it's really fucking fun. I highly recommend it. In Wales and Scotland, it basically doesn't stop raining. Um, it's kind of like that in Seattle in the wintertime, where but it's not like it's heavy rain for the most part. It's just like a constant drizzle, like most days. Chrissy versus Ivan Kuchalava translator for the sexiest girl title. I don't remember what Kuchalava's translator looks like. I don't remember. You have to send me a pic in Discord. Um, but if you're gonna ask me who the sexiest gilf of Jerusalem is, you gotta go Chrissy J. You just got it. Um, she is a gilf. Aren't you a gilf, Chrissy? She's probably not even here anymore. Chrissy, are you a gilf or just a milf still at this point? Um, did you pass on the trait of having kids when you're young? Um, Chat would love to know. Uh, but yeah, I'm gonna go pretty soon because I'm getting really fucking hungry. Gonna make some kale chips, mushrooms, drink the mushroom juice. That's my tip for you, Chrissy, if you're watching this, which I don't think you are anymore. Uh, Larry, I don't. He's in the other room. I think he's probably sleeping. I don't know. He's not here. Usually when I'm streaming or talking on the phone, or he's usually around, like running around screaming. But I don't know, dude. Dude, my hair smells so fucking good though. The like a few days after I bleached my hair last time, the on purpose time. Um, I went to the mall. It was like 2 or 3 days later, and then there's like the stands at the mall. Like they're not stores. They're just there's a person working at a stand. Well, it's like this foreign girl. Like she sees me and she's like, here. She's like, here, have this hair oil. She's like, I see your hair is bleached. And she sounded like she might have been Brazilian. I don't know, but she gave me like a little packet of hair oil, and I was like, all right. And anyways, it's just been in my bathroom. But when I got out of my hair, my scalp was bleeding, and it was like I felt like it needed something extra. I remembered I had that and I put it on. And it smells. It's like the most delightful smell ever. I don't know what it was, like just like certain hair serum, but it smells really good. Um, so at least I fucking got that, and I don't think I don't think I'm gonna be uh, doing this again. There, he's the most alpha giga Chad Jerusalem. Dude, he is. He straight up puts his ass in my face whenever he wants. And he just goes, here, like, my asshole is going to be on your cheek right now. I don't care. It's going to do it. I don't care if you want to sleep. Nope. I don't care if you want to meditate. Nope. I don't care if you want to eat. I want my asshole on your cheek. And he does that almost every single day. So he's pretty. If she had a deep ass voice, she was probably Brazilian. I'm trying to think of her voice. I remember what she looked like more than her voice. It was fairly deep, if I remember correctly. But she was attractive. She was attractive. I think she was Brazilian. Ew, what, Larry's asshole on my cheek? It happens, man. But Larry likes when he likes when I just fucking let him do it. So more often than not, depending on my mood, but more often than not, I just let it happen. That's kind of the thing. Larry's easily the grossest cat I've ever had, and very early on into having it, like when I first had him as a kitten, like I would get frustrated because he was so gross, and and I very quickly learned if I want to live with this kitty and be happy, I just have to accept the gross. So I accepted it very, very early on in his life, and now I'm used to it. I'm gonna get staffed. No, dude, I don't think so. Like, uh, when you think about cats, they're in their litter box every day. Like I clean it every day, but still, like he's in a poop box every single day, and he has litter flakes, like little particles, on him all the time, like that. And he's on me all the fucking time. You know, like poop is when you have a cat. What I'm saying is when you have a cat, very likely poop is going to be around you. You know, so you got to deal with poop, and it's just part of what. If you just accept it, um, and just move on, it's better that way. Like I fought it as a kid. I fought it, and then Larry's the one that really broke me. He was like, "No, you just have to accept my poop, dude. Larry's a pee pee grabber. He's a poo poo grabber. He's like, Daddy, you accept my poopy. As long as he hasn't freshly taken a poopy, I'll usually let him do it. But sometimes he'll do it when he's like he just pooped, and I'm like, Larry, come on, man. Like I can feel it. I can, yeah. I mean, that's where I draw the line. It's like when it's still fresh on him. But that doesn't happen too often. Most of the time, he's considerate and he knows. Um, but yeah, yes. I'm not gonna get staffed, dude. Not gonna get staffed, Chrissy. I like Larry. He bites my nose and kisses me like all the fucking time. Like it's like an Izzy fest around here. But even like, yeah, I kiss him all the fucking time in my mouth. Like, but although cats' mouths are they're sterile. Like you can't get anything from a cat's mouth. I think a dog's mouth you can, but a cat's mouth you can't. Six talking about Larry is so wholesome. Well, Larry's so wholesome. He seriously is the best fucking kitty, man. I love that guy. And even though living with him, it's like it's always on his terms. Like it's fine. It's fucking fine. Like I if I wanted to, I could make it so it was on my terms. But then he wouldn't be as happy, and if he wouldn't be as happy, then he wouldn't be as cuddly, and if he wouldn't be as cuddly, then I wouldn't be as happy. So if I want a cuddly kitty, I mean he'd be cuddly anyways. But he like him and my other kitty, Boobadoo, they're just so appreciative. Like if you scratch their back, they would scratch your back. Um, so yeah, I don't mind taking a fucking butthole in the face sometimes. I mean, I do mind it, but what are you gonna do? What the like? Can't really fight with Larry Bear. Yeah, Larry Bear is the fucking. He's a fucking awesome kitty, man. He genuinely is. He's so funny. Like he's the funniest cat I've ever had. He's the wildest cat I've ever had, and he's also the cuddliest. Like it's a really strange combination. Um, and he's a cute guy, dude. He's super fucking cute. But yeah, cats are better. Like I like dogs too. I like all animals pretty much. Like there aren't really. I'm sure there are some animals that are just assholes that I probably wouldn't like, but for the most part, like I don't ever see an animal and like have like a negative reaction to it unless you're talking about MMA Joey, because I do get a visceral reaction from him, but it's not necessarily because he's an animal. It's because he's made himself an animal. You know, Larry's ass support the CCP. Fucking never, dude. Larry's a rebel. He is. Most cats are rebels, but Larry is 10 times a rebel. He takes after his mom so fucking much, dude. He takes after his mom. He's so fucking much the biggest fucking rebel. He's a rebel for just rebellion's sake. Like he doesn't actually have a cause. He just wants to rebel. Um, that's why I appreciate about him though, because I wouldn't say I'm the same way, but I am very rebellious. Like very fucking rebellious. Um, so I can relate. And if I ever had kids, I would imagine to be really fucking rebellious. Um, you hear that, China? Larry won't be controlled by you. Wait, is that true? It probably is. Well, even in America, I don't know what the rules are in the UK, but in the United States, no one legally owns a cat. You legally can't own a cat. Like I legally don't own Larry, even though I've taken care of him since he was 6 weeks old, and like I'm the only person in the entire world he would ever come to. I don't legally own him. Um, because in the law they say you can't own a cat. Like they're too autonomous. That's what the United States government decided, anyways. Which on one hand I kind of agree with, but on the other it's uh, like I don't view myself as owning him, but like I take ownership of him in the sense that I take care of him. So in that sense, yes. Yeah, but the thing is, it's bad. So it's like, so you can just fuck with someone else's cat and very like you can't just fuck with someone's dog in the United States, but you can fuck with someone's cat, and depending on the state and depending on like local laws, but for the most part, you can just fucking do that, which is bullshit. Um, so yeah, cats don't have the same rights as dogs in the United States. Wait, so you can legally own a dog, but you can't legally own a cat? Yes, true. It's like they will it's like it's considered yours for like because you have to take care of it, but like if like let's say your cat is outdoor cat like and like pees on the neighbor's lawn or whatever, like he can like legally kill your cat and nothing will happen. Like I've heard stories of that happening. So um yeah, so yeah, this is one reason why 1930s Germany was maybe better. Although I heard a lot of terrible things about 1930s Germany too. Like I know there's certain people in chat like Shempen Stricklandsburner that says it was all good, but it definitely wasn't all good. So Larry is my son. Yes, he legitimately is. Uh, yes, he he physically takes after me more, but personality wise, he's way more like his mother. Uh, uh, but I treat Larry better than I would say 99.9% of parents treat their kids, or 99% of pet parents treat their pets. Like I really try to fucking be as good as possible. Um, Not saying I don't make mistakes, but like it's a priority in my life to make sure that he's happy because I love a happy Larry. I mean, I still wouldn't let my son rub his ass. My son rub his asshole. Yeah, but your son looks like Guru, so that makes sense. My son looks like Larry, so there's like a big difference, you know. Larry's cute as hell. Your son looks like Guru, so I wouldn't let your son rub his asshole on me either, even if he was my son. Um, What if you hate your democracy? 1930s Japan would have been so base, just storming through China, raping whoever you want. Rigo always leaves the best comments. How the fuck? How in the fuck does Guru list Rigo as one of his least favorites? Like, Rigo is easily one of my favorites. How the like, that doesn't make sense to me. Like Rigo always has me laughing. It's like there's a Mount Rushmore of Guru chat members, and Rigo's already up there. It's like Loquacious, Rigo, Email Melson, Musical, Sniff, Darling Boy. Who the fuck else? I'm gonna put Chrissy J puts in like just random fucking shit that's like it's really fucking funny in her own way. So I will put Chrissy up there. Calcifer. Who am I? There's someone I miss. I know I'm missing some people, but there's like 10 people I look for, and if like most of those people aren't in chat, like it more times than not, the chat sucks. Paul. I don't like Polidori's revenge in chat. I think he's too antagonistic with Guru, and it like although he had the funniest moment a few days ago when Guru went off on him when Polidori was saying dono 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 and like you missed my dono and Guru went off on him. Yeah, Toast is fucking hysterical. Toast is, yeah, like I said, I'm missing people like yeah, that moment was easily the best moment in the stream, and but overall, like it's a little bit too trolly for me. Like the trolls, like Mike Ock and Mimi, like I fucking hate the trolls, dude. Like if you're gonna be troll, at least be funny. So sometimes Polidori is funny, but sometimes it's like it's just too much. But I like him though. It's not nothing against him. That's his style of fucking with Guru, and he is like he's done a lot for Jerusalem, getting our name out to other servers and shit. So he's done a lot for us. Toast always claiming Guru's fast. I know Toast will always call out Guru on his shit, which is great because most people don't. Me and Toast are kind of like we're the ones who will always call him out no matter what. It's getting bad. Guru's chat is getting fucking bad. It's just there's so many normies. There's so many people that have like they're just joined in the last like month or so, and which is like on one hand it's fine. He's growing. That's good. He knew it was gonna happen. But on the other hand, it's like it makes his chat so much more boring because he's answering the same fucking shallow, repetitive questions over and over again for the most part, not always. Mike Hawk was financially ruined from having to dude, Darling Boy, and it wasn't even just Darling Boy, it was someone else too. I don't know if it was Adam Ahmed or Jake Ramirez or whoever else's mod. I think those are the only three. I know it was Darling Boy, and I know it was someone else too. Someone else got in on it, but Darling Boy absolutely ruined Mike Hawk's will to try to troll Guru. I'm not a fan. Don't get it twisted. Wait, what's going on? What am I missing? Feels like we are all hardcore best Guru fans. You're not a fan of Guru, Chrissy? You're not a fan of Guru? Then what are you? Do you like hating on him, or he just reminds you of your son, or you're just high and you like making fun of him? Like, if you're not I'm a fan. Like, I shit on him a lot, but I'm a fan. Like, I'll always consider myself a fan. Even if he goes full Michael Bisping, I will still consider myself on some level a fan because I gotta kind of see his come up, and he is genuinely like. Even if he sells out completely, he will at the very least still be a genuinely hysterical human. So he's always got that. We are equal. Well, 40, 60. Wait, are you saying, Chrissy, are you saying you're less than guys? Right. That can't be right. I can't be interpreting that right? Or am I? The fuck? Please, please elaborate that. Are you saying that you're less or greater than a guy? Yes, Gurusum is bigger than Guru. I feel like we have to be. I feel like we fucking have to be. Because he's not carrying the torch for us anymore. Like it's the culture and the people in the community. Yeah, I feel like musical is a big part of it. I feel like he I mean he started the Discord and his documentation of Guru over the past year and and how ridiculously autistic and hilarious and over the top he is. I think it brings us together, and I think it's fucking awesome. Like I fucking love musical, and I hope musical shit catches on. Like he needs to do more non-guru shit, and I think he's going to. And he has like he did like he has been doing it lately, but it's like he has to start branching out a little bit more away from guru just because he needs to become as big as guru, but like his own thing. Like Jerusalem is its own thing. Guru does not own Jerusalem. Like he might have birthed us. Like we might have spawned out of his 240-pound vagina, his 240-pound 8-inch vagina. Uh, but then we eventually grew up, and we had to start our own career. And yeah, yeah, I'll always support him for as long as he's not canceled, which I genuinely feel like he's going to have some massive issues once he hits 100K. I think like that around that level, YouTube's going to take notice and be like, all right, we gotta chill on this guy a little bit. Guru doesn't give musical enough credit, or really any credit at all. I know it pisses me off. Like every once in a while, he will say like nice video or something like that from musical, but most of the time he shits on him or he's indifferent to him, and I don't really understand that because I feel like musical is by far his greatest fan in terms of like the content he puts out and like because it's original content involving Guru and it's fucking hysterical um, and unique as shit. Like no one else does musical shit. Like no one else is doing fucking bean mass, styrofoam bean mass. um, Guru is legit jealous of musical because musical is extroverted and talented. That's that my view of musical is the same way that he's like the super extroverted talented guy, but when I talked to musical says he was an introvert for a really long time and still kind of is, which is really surprising, but it also gave me a lot of fucking hope because like I was super extroverted as a kid, and then like well one like really traumatic event happened, but it was basically like a snowball of events that like turned me heavily introverted, which isn't a bad thing, but like I would like to be more extroverted like how I was back in school. But it's like I just hate people so much more these days. So not even hate, it's like my tolerance for just stupid shit just goes down as I age. So that's what makes it hard. Didn't Jesse on Fire did docs musical, Tony? Yeah, musical put up a video in the thumbnail. It was Jesse and his kid, and it was a public photo. Like it was a photo that was on Jesse's Instagram, I think. Um, so I don't know why Jesse was meant, but Jesse was like, you put this you take this photo down in the next hour, or I'm gonna dox you. And musical didn't. He probably didn't even get the message, and so he doxed him, and then musical took it down, and and then uh, and then Jesse on Fire. He on that day he went on a rampage too on that video. Everyone that was commenting, because it was basically all the comments were just shitting on Jesse, and Jesse was answering all the comments in the most like manic, like making himself look like a psychopath type way. Um, it was fucking hysterical. It was truly one of my favorite moments of Jerusalem. Is that we got to Jesse so hard that like Jesse doesn't even like. Uh, we changed the way Jesse like interacts with Jerusalem on like that one day in that era. Like he doesn't fuck with us anymore. um, they will shut him down, unfortunately. But I've told him he just won't listen. I know, yeah. Like Like with Mexican martial arts getting hit, and like Mexican martial arts really never did anything wrong compared to Guru. I just feel like because with Mexican martial arts, they retroactively strike you. They retroactively actively striked him, so that's why he was gone for a while. Is because he didn't want to get another strike. So that was the reason why, and they'll definitely do that to Guru. Like all the shit he's left up on his fight companions. Like I feel like that alone is enough to get him canceled. Rigo might be right. Where's Rigo? Yeah, I think he's a little jealous. Or I mean, he's got to be like. What else is there? Like, what's there not to like about musical? He's fucking hysterical, dude. He can't tell me he doesn't like when people joke about musical being more entertaining than it. I don't think he likes that. But those aren't jokes. Like musical is way more entertaining than Guru. I am so much more happy watching a musical stream versus a Guru stream. Rigo got mad at me for that other week. Wait, like, why would Guru get jealous instead of trying to learn from someone? Age, immature? Yes. Yes, Guru's definitely immature. He's been streaming since the age of 20, and he's not religious or spiritual at all. So he's never seen any like reason to improve himself and like the way he interacts with the world, which is generally what like that's the good thing about having an ideology. Generally, like they make you want to improve yourself. He's never had a girlfriend, which would make him want to improve himself. He's never really had a reason to want to improve himself. So I think Guru is really, really smart, and he has a lot of potential in being like a fucking like top tier human being. But he's never really examined. He's really good at examining other people, so I know he would be good at examining himself, and I think he will one day. But he hasn't had the time or the incentive to turn that gaze inward and analyze himself. So that's the reason why I think he's so fucking immature sometimes. Um, Immature and a virgin too. Yeah, dude, that's another thing. He was a virgin. Like that's gotta like not only a virgin, he's never like I genuinely don't think he's ever like held hands with a girl or he hasn't kissed a girl. He said that he's literally never kissed a girl. How the fuck? How would that fuck with your development? I swear to God, the first time I kissed a girl, I was 4 years old. The first time I made out with a girl, I was 5 years old, and there was a long gap after that and for the next one. But still, uh, but then like the next one, it was like middle school or something, and like those moments, I still remember when I was 4 years old. I mean, I still remember that. It's like an imprint. That's like a whole first kiss. That's like a milestone. That's like a marker in someone's life. Guru's 24 and he still hasn't had it. He still hasn't had sex. He still hasn't had a relationship. He still hasn't fallen in love. He's probably fallen in love with like a hot girl from afar that didn't even know he was alive in high school or something like that. But he's never actually like developed, like a deep rapport with someone. So it's gonna affect the way he interacts with the world and the way he interacts with stream. And so I try to give him as much leeway as possible. At the same time, it's fucking annoying. What time is it for me? It is 10 o'clock or 9:59. So it will be 10 in 1 minute. You're white as fuck, white as wall. Fuck, I know, dude. Thanks, I am. Seriously. Uh, I truly am, dude. And you're black. I'm also white, but not that white. It's just the lighting. Like, I mean, it's also like I live in Ohio. Like we haven't had any sun since I did my lake stream when it was sunny, and that was like 5 days ago. And his hair is not helping. I think he's clearly autistic. Guru, oh yeah, he's on the spectrum for sure. But I'm on the spectrum for sure. I would say. And musical is 100% on the spectrum. Um, and you could probably say that about a lot of us. Sniff is probably on the spectrum. Um, Loquacious is probably on the spectrum. Rigo's probably on the spectrum. Calcifer, like Calcifer, you asked me to make you autist of Jerusalem, so you're either on the spectrum or you want to be on the spectrum. So either way, like we're all kind of like that's all kind of what binds us together is like our brains just kind of work a little bit differently. Musical expresses the autism in a good way. Musical does it in a wholesome way. Like musical does it in a way where you can tell. Uh, I don't know. You can tell he's just got good intentions. You know, like it's hilarious and fucking. It's so fucking different than anything else, and really really dark sometimes, and really fucking strange sometimes. But it's always like the undertone is always just for the meme. Like it's always just for comedy. Like he's never malicious about it. I don't think, and that's why musical is the goat. Um, he always says he's had sex, but the story is different every time. Yeah, dude. Like, and you can't like you can maybe have sex one time and not kiss a girl, but you can't. He said a handful of times. Like I'm pretty sure he said like his general estimate is what you'll hear from him is he'll say like seven or something like that, which is like you don't have sex with seven girls and not kiss them, dude. Like that doesn't happen. Like that's literally never gonna happen, and you're never gonna get girls saying fucking you've never kissed a girl? Oh, I'm gonna have sex with you. Okay, I will not kiss you, but I want to have sex with you now. Like holy shit, what an alpha! This guy can provide no nurturement, no physical anything to me, just his fucking giant ogre 8-inch penis uh, that may or may not be 8 inches. I think it probably is because that's like the only thing he's got, like his height and his penis. Like it really does seem like that's all he clings to. So I lean towards he's not lying about his dick, or like he might be exaggerating. It might be like 7.5. It's probably 7.5, but whatever. I'm diagnosed autistic. That's why I like you're okay. Yeah, Counselor. So you are, yeah. So um, no, I think we like I want to be on the spectrum. Yeah, like well, if you want to be on the spectrum, you're on the fucking spectrum. Because what kind of fucking thing? What kind of on the spectrum shit is that to say that? You know what I mean? Chrissy made the spectrum true. Chrissy J fucking is the spectrum. She fucking is the spectrum, and we all are on it. We're all placed upon it based on how much meth we smoke. um, Wheelchair Drew has the same autistic laugh as an old autistic friend. Oh yeah, he's on the spectrum for sure. We all are. Like it's because of the vaccines that we had to take when we were kids. You know, like it. I was different before I took that one vaccine, and then after, like my brain just worked different, and I just have to fucking live with it now. But we all had that shit. A tall 7 inches. Yeah, he's a tall 7 inches. Would be my guess. Or like if someone measured him, it'd probably be like 7 and 5/8, and he'd be like, "Come on, that's like." But he's probably measuring from the base too, so who knows? All men add an inch to the side. This is why, swear to God, never have measured my penis because I don't even want to be tempted to lie. So I don't want to even say like I just say I have an average dick because I'm pretty sure it's an average dick, and like it's a little bit thicker than average, and like it's probably like it's literally it's the size of my palm. Like that's what it is. But like I never measure that. Like it's not fucking crazy. Like I have a good face and a good personality. I don't need a big dick. Um, and I feel like if you have too big of a dick, that's bad. Like 8 inches is probably okay, but like if you have too big of a dick, like that's gonna cause issues. Autism rate is 1% in China. I heard. Really? Because it's like I genuinely feel like this generation, like your generation, Loquacious, and the younger gen, like the 18-year-olds and like the 16-year-olds now. I feel like they're at least 70% autistic, and I'm not even kidding. Like the way they look and act and dress and behave, it's fucking strange, man. Like we are all fucking like super on the spectrum, and it's sad. I think a lot of it is smartphones. I think we're so used to just talking over online and over the internet, over the phone. That we've lost our ability to like communicate normally in public and shit. Like so many people are buried in their phones. Like it's especially girls. Like a lot of people do it, but girls more, which is sad to see. But so many Chinese people are kind of socially retired that I don't believe that 1% stat. Well, can you believe any stat coming from China? Like, I mean, they have a social credit score too. I'm pretty sure, at least the foreigners I see here. I don't. Um, I don't trust any stat coming from any country, but really, like, if it's made to make, if it's painted in a way to make that country look good, and it's coming from that country, why would you believe it? You know, you got like 1% autistic. Well, fucking Li Jingliang looks pretty seems pretty autistic to me, and that's one of one. And Wei Li could be, she fucking could be. So I mean, her work ethic is definitely autistic. She's one of the few that takes it seriously, and like she actually takes it as a career. Um, and that might be an autistic trait for WMMA these days. Um, Chinese are just bug people. They're just bug people. Well, they all have jaundice, so that's not good. Um, China made all the stats. They're probably. I just hate stats. You can make a stat for everything. You can. Like Guru said, like stats don't lie. Bullshit, stats lie all the fucking time. All the fucking time, dude. It's like you can say, like you can take a sample of 10 people and say that live in Cleveland, for instance, and none of them smoke weed. And you say, oh, a recent survey said 100% of people that live in Cleveland don't smoke weed. Now, is that stat like true or false? It's false, but they do this shit all the fucking time. So whenever I hear stats, I feel like, oh, if you need numbers to back up your reasoning, then if you feel like you need numbers to back up your reasoning, there's a reason why you feel that way, and that reason is because you're lying, or you're pushing an agenda, or pushing your own, the way you view the world. And yeah, so always be very wary of statistics, because stats do lie, and there's lies, damn lies, and statistics. And statistics are easily the worst lie. I can make so many false statistics based on, like small sample sizes, and just having the result wanted beforehand. So like never trust it. The death toll of Tiananmen Square was -1. A baby was born during the procession. Exactly, dude. It was actually like a fucking. It was a unification where, okay, maybe a student protester maybe got shot in the face, but with a giant cannonball. But maybe all the. Like a giant new plant was grown, like a fucking mushroom plant was growing out of his fucking head. I don't know where I'm going with this. And in the end, more life took place. It was a more positive than negative. I'm sorry, I'm fucking high. Holy shit. Arnold Allen mentioned bus stops in his latest video. Dude, how do you watch Arnold Allen's videos, brother? How? Holy fuck. Like, it's funny, like it's funny ironically sometimes, but the Pfizer, exactly, Tony, fucking exactly. And people are like, I trust science. It's like, no, you're trusting a company. It's like literally every single third party safety trial, every third party, like, just look up third party, what third parties have to say about it, you get your answer. But that's not the shit that the news is saying. Who the fuck is Arnold Allen? Chrissy, he just fucking fought. Boston fucker, Calvin Cater. He goes, yeah, well, yeah. That's how he speaks. Where we go? What's a good Arnold impression? Yeah, well, I broke my hands again, and yeah, my girlfriend made me some lasagna, and yeah, Larry, Larry boy, say hi, Larry, say hi. Chrissy's a casual. She's not a. Chrissy watches fucking everything. She watches every fucking every fucking event, but she has what I have, probably way worse, seemingly way worse, but I have it pretty bad too. Is we're like we just don't remember it, like unless it's a fighter I really care about, or if it's like a really spectacular fight, it's not gonna stay in my memory. Like literally, like the next day it'll be gone, whether I'm high or sober. And Chrissy's the same way, I'm sure. I think most of us are probably the same way. Um, it's like if it's not like I will remember UFC 281 for a while, especially like the main. Well, even some of the prelims too. Like I'll remember that card for a while because it was a really fucking good one. But the card before that I skipped. But the card before that I literally don't remember any of it at all because it was such a blah card and nothing fucking happened. So Chrissy's she's a casual in the sense that yeah she's not gonna know names of fighters really. And she does. Chrissy, why don't you do Tapology? Why don't you get on Tapology and make your picks? Um, just because I haven't been doing very good on my picks, and thank God, fucking Mr. Gapier and William exist because they saved me from being at the very bottom. Even though I got half of them right, it's just I didn't get any like perfects. Like I didn't predict like finish and round like it's more than just predicting who's going to win. You have to predict the way they win too in the round, and uh, I did not do good on that last few times. But bet Larry knows who Alan Allen is. He ain't no casual. I don't even think. I feel like casuals even know Arnold Allen at this point. He just fought Calvin Kattar in the main event. Um, yeah. And after the London event, and yeah, where he starched Dan Hooker in like a few minutes or like a minute, like it was quick. Like he took out Hooker very, very fucking quickly. I feel like after that fight, probably a lot of casuals like know who he is. And yeah, it was a really good event. Like I still remember that event, but I can't remember you know 2 weeks ago's event. Um, Yeah, what he said exactly, exactly. Basically, 100. It's hard to remember cause cars because they're late as fuck in the UK. Oh my god, dude! It sucks being on the East Coast. I miss living on the West Coast. Like West for the most. Sometimes it sucks. Sometimes you had to wake up like at 10 or even earlier in the morning to catch a car on the West Coast. But like 9 times out of 10, the cars come out at the fucking perfect time where you're at your most lucid and it's like in the middle of the day it's like later on in the day and early nighttime. It's like you never have to like stay up. It's like here I have to stay up until 1 a.m. sometimes, and you guys have to stay up till like 6 a.m. So how the fuck are you gonna like be able to even process that shit, let alone remember it? Accidentally falling asleep during main event is annoying. That shit would happen to me I just wouldn't watch if I were you guys. I would just go to bed early and then wake up early and watch the replay event before it gets taken down. Or you could just download it too. You can download the replay um, on the torrent, and you could do it that way. That's what I would do because fucking like that. Like that's not. This is not worth it. I don't think. And just make sure you turn off all your notifications and all gruesome notifications and shit, because you don't want to get fucking. Uh, what's it called? Spoiled. But when I used to do that, but the thing is, when I did that, I always like more times than not, way more times than not, I would still get a really strong feeling of who won. Like my gut would be like, oh, this already happened. Like I could, like I'm really psychic like that. So because it already happened, like it's in the collective human conscious, and because I'm watching it, I subconsciously tap into that database, and way more times than not, I'm like, oh, this person wins. Um, I was right. Who's the guy that had the crazy speech with Rogan? Moicano. Yes, Cheddar had Moicano. Hanato Moicano. Uh, Cheddarhead, I DM'd you, brother. I DM'd you a few days ago. If you want mushrooms, just DM me back. On the thing, it says ruler of time. Because that's my what's it called? Fucking that's my Discord like main screen name. But which is just an anagram of Ryan Nowicki, like a numerical anagram. But Moicano wants money. Yes, Moicano fucking. How the fuck Moicano doesn't get money after like he had the most entertaining post fight speech, and he put away Riddell with ease. Why would why would you not give that guy money? He fucking asked for it. Wait, ducking your message to us? Oh, sorry, Rigo. It's hard sometimes. Let me see. What am I ducking? What am I ducking? Arnold Allen impression kicking. Arnold Allen impression kicking runaway slaves out this barn. Okay. 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 Yeah. How'd you go? Yeah. I'm gonna get the whip on you guys. Yeah. Really, I don't even feel anything when I do this, so you guys better go. And yeah. Sorry, I wasn't ducking your message. Like sometimes it just gets fucking lost. Like that happens to a Rico message today. Yeah, I literally didn't read that till right now. I missed shit. Yeah, but can't be in the chat with the boys. With the boys. The bonus selection is atrocious. Just have a flat. But if you finish your opponent, you get a flat bonus. And if you have a crazy, there's no fight of the night. You remove fight of the night, and instead, if you had a banger fight, and it's like it is kind of up to the crowd and it is subjective. But if you have like a Sungwoo Choi, Trizano type fight, Dustin Poirier, Michael Chandler type fight, if you have one of those type fights, you also get a bonus. You know what I mean? Where like you're no longer in competition with the other people on the card. It's just you're incentivized no matter what. If you put on a good fight, you'll get extra money. And if you get a finish, you'll get extra money. Period. And you can lower. It could be like 15,000 or something. Or like if you get, you could call it. You could still call it you could call it fights of the night or something, or just I don't know what the fucking call it. It doesn't matter what you fucking call it. But that could be 15,000, and then a finish could be 15,000 or 20,000, or ideally at least 25,000. But if they're that Jewy, minimum 15,000, and you're gonna get such better cards, man. Like you're not incentivizing these guys to go out there and fucking and put it on the line, you know. But if you guarantee a bonus for a finish and you guarantee a bonus for a great fight, you're going to see a lot more of them. Dude, Diaz, all right. That's what's up. Word up. No. What did he say? I'm not surprised. That's kind of decent. Diaz is fucking terrible. Or Nick Diaz. That's a good Nick Diaz impression. Because he's not as retarded, but he's still really. He's more like I can't do a good Nick Diaz. I can think of it in my head, but I can't really think of it. How to actually fucking do it. Nate Diaz is way easier because he has so. I don't even know if he has more CTE. He's just always been more retarded. Like he just had less brain cells to begin with. I think they have the same amount of CTE. There should be a finish bonus for all events. Exactly. Yeah. Battle of the afternoon. It should just be Peter Griffin impression. Hey Quagmire. That's my Peter Griffin impression. Shut up, Meg. How about that? You know Fight Robbie? You know Fight Robbie? You know where Fight Robbie? What? Dude, the fucking Robbie's last fight against Barberina, fuck the stupid motherfuckers on FanDuel tallying the significant strikes. They gave every single little tiny pitter patter that Barberina did. They counted that as a significant strike, and he ended up getting like over 200 points because of it, even though the vast majority of those were like barely hitting him and grazing him and shit. Anyways, I lost I remember losing like a fair amount of money because of that. And yeah, so Fuck that shit. Guru's Stewie impression is S tier, but he rarely does it. I always forget that he can do a Stewie. Yes, kind of. Omar Cuckle's impression begging Kyla to stay. Um, when I thought about, I just thought about doing an Izzy thing, just because Omar Cuckles is gay and Izzy's gay, but Kyla, I paid for your medical bills, and but Kyla, no, you can see other guys, just don't leave me, Kyla, please, Kyla, Kyla, please, I love you, Kyla. Do you guys have O'Malley or Yan? Wait, what do Chrissy? That fight happened a while ago. O'Malley, or you mean? Do you think who won that fight? Yan won that fight for sure, but like that was pretty obvious. But yeah, like, are you so high that you forgot that fight happened, or are you asking if what fighter I think is better? Yan is definitely the better fighter because over a 5 round fight, like O'Malley he wasn't gonna continue that shit in the like O'Malley Yan would have broken him for sure. But I like O'Malley's fighting style. Omar Cuckles probably has a high pitched gay twang low T voice. Exactly. I was just asking. Wait, asking what though? Like you're not being specific. Asking what? Like who I think is better, who I think won, who I think would win in a 5 round. Like you're not being more specific by saying you were just asking. I know you were just asking, but what were you asking, Chrissy? Who won? Oh, who won the fight? Oh, what do you think, Chrissy? I think Jan won the fight. Um, but I'd have to go. That fight was a while ago, so I'm already. I remember watching it, thinking they were going to giving it to O'Malley, just because I just had that feeling. Um, but I did think Jan won. You think they need a rematch at 5 rounds? That's a good idea, actually, because I think they're doing Cejudo and Aljamain at 274, I think, or 284, in Perth, and so O'Malley needs someone to fight, and unless it's Cheeto, that would make sense. I think Cheeto would probably make the most sense. But no, Jan destroys him in a 5 round fight, dude. Jan is a Terminator, and O'Malley's literally never even gone 5 rounds. So it's not like I'm knocking O'Malley. It's just that he's shown that it's very likely he's not gonna KO. Like Jan's taken his best shot and he's wobbled him, but he hasn't fucked Jan up, you know. So it's unlikely that he would fuck Jan up. So you've got to go Jan. He's just more Siberian. Like it's just that simple. It would show us straight up who is the better fighter. Well, Jan is the better fighter. I think that's pretty clear. Jan's the better fighter. I mean, O'Malley cheated a lot, which I don't mind too much. The ref allowed it to happen, but still, like O'Malley needed to cheat multiple times to even get himself in position to do well in that fight. Although Jan's been known to cheat too, so. So I'm not too against. I don't know. I just think watching that fight, you can see in Sean's eyes he was scared. For me it's really that simple. Jan didn't give a fuck. Jan got hit with some really heavy shots and he still did not give a fuck. He didn't. Sean never put the fear of anything in him. He got a little bit of respect, but he did not put any fears. And in Sean, there was moments in that fight where Sean looks like he was fighting he was fighting for his life. He looked like he was fighting a murderer. You know, like he looked like as if Jan had a knife or something. He was like fuck. And after his post-fight speech, he was semi shell shocked, not completely, but he was semi shell shocked. I think that alone shows Jan won that fucking fight, man. But you can make an argument for O'Malley winning the fight. It's just that argument's wrong. Sparkling water. Look at this, Christy. Sparkling water. I put some peach flavor in it too, just for you. When was he looking down at the canvas? Wait, what? when Jan was on top of him, he was on the side of the cage, or he was pressed up against the cage. He had just taken him down, and the look on Sean's face. It's the emoji that I have. It's the Sean O'Malley emoji in Discord. The look on his face is pure terror. He's like, fuck, 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 fuck. And I know Jan grew up differently. He doesn't show emotions, period. Like, he can get married, he can get divorced, he can watch his kids get their throats slit in front of him. He's not going to show any emotion whatsoever because he's fucking Siberian. But even still, like, it just wasn't a good look. I saw that he did a gig at a bar for one of his live streams. He's actually very talented. Not gonna lie. Oh, yeah, he has a few gigs he's posted up. He's very good, dude. And if you just look up Mr. Boston with an I, Bostin, you can there's a YouTube channel called Brighton Busking something, but there's a couple videos of musical doing like his medleys and stuff, and yeah, they're fun to watch, man. I've seen all of them, and you can watch him get interviewed by the biggest fucking homo. Oh my god, he gets in, like, Musical is a very tolerant person. I mean, he lives in Brighton, so he kind of has to be. But Musical is a very tolerant person because this guy fucking is fucking insufferable, and he's the exact person that Jerusalem makes fun of. Yes, I rewatched it. I did. I think O'Malley did a lot better than I expected him to. It went he did a little bit better than I expected him, but I knew he was going to do good. O'Malley's fucking good. He's genuinely one of the best in the division. It's just he's not the best. Like, he's not better than Peter. And I think in a 5-round fight, I think Cheeto fucks his shit up too, to be honest. I think he pieces Cheeto up early for like the first 2 rounds, and then Cheeto figures him out, and I think he probably finishes him in like the 4th or something. Is Brighton a super gay town? Yes. Have you not seen fucking Musical's fucking video? He did a video on Brighton talking about all the gay shit, and or maybe he was just telling me about it. But yeah, it's like Brighton is the UK San Francisco, right? If Lucretius is still there, I'm pretty sure Brighton is like the UK San Francisco, or like that's where all the gays and trans go, which that makes sense. If you are the Musical, that's probably where you'd want to live. You know, that's probably where you could like have the best opportunity to like to express yourself. But at the same time, yeah, he says there's lots of rainbow flags there and lots of virtue signaling. And he's posted shit in Discord too, of like the insane amount of virtue signaling and the insane amount of it just doesn't even make sense anymore. Like the shit that I don't understand it. Like that has to be rough on Musical. I think he thrives off it, Rigo. I genuinely think he likes it. Not that he agrees with it. I think he finds it so ridiculous and hysterical that more times than not, it brightens up his day. That's why it's called Brighton, I guess. But that's my theory on him, because it never seems to like bum him out. Like for me, sometimes when I see it, it legitimately bums me out. But that's because I'm in Cleveland too, and it's like, I'm like, fuck, I'm seeing it here. I know I can only imagine what Seattle is like now, because Seattle was bad when I lived there. But like here when I first moved here, it wasn't that bad. But it's like I'm seeing a hell of a lot more rainbow shit these days, and a hell of a lot more pastel, pink and blue shit. And I'm in a basically red state, so it's kind of crazy. Yeah, good point. It fuels him. Yeah, dude. I think that's the way Musical just operates in life. He, like, whatever shit is going around him, he just somehow transmutes it into something positive. Like I feel like I feel like most people when they smoke cigarettes, it's like it is taking a little bit of life out of them. It's draining them just a little bit. But when Musical smokes cigarettes, it's like it's somehow fueling him. Like look, like other than his gray hair, but if you look at his face, like he still looks like he's in his 20s, you know? Like you wouldn't know that he's turning 39 if it wasn't for the gray hair. Like, and he doesn't seem like he takes care of himself the best, but he looks fucking great. And I think it's because he just he's his body somehow can convert negative to positive. I came back to Canada from El Salvador, and there are fucking rainbow flags and Ukraine flags on elementary schools and post offices everywhere. Oh, dude, there's so many Ukraine flags here because Strongsville in particular, but also the Cleveland area is heavily. It's like one of the top 10 biggest places in the United States for Ukrainian refugees and stuff. So. Yeah, even before the war, like tons of Ukrainians. I bought my car from a Ukrainian, and like a lot of my neighbors are Ukrainian. Um, and yeah, the flags are literally even still like they're fucking everywhere. I just like to me, it doesn't really make me sick because they're not doing it for virtue signaling. It's like they literally are Ukrainian and they literally do have family over there. So I get it, but I still don't really like seeing it. I love Musical's ADHD. I know it's such a unique form of ADHD. It's more than that. It's definitely Down syndrome and autism, but like a uh, very special blend. It's like a limited edition blend of autism, of functional autism and Down syndrome. That's he's 38. Yeah, he's turning 39, dude. Um, and yeah, like normally when you're a smoker, like it fucking takes a toll. Chrissy, you can tell us. You're a smoker. Has smoking cigarettes taken a toll on like your skin and like the way it looks? Or have you um like done things to combat that? Or you probably wouldn't even talk about this, but and I realize this is not the correct question to ask a lady, but you are as far as I know, you're the only smoker in chat. Not your skin. Really? It always fucked up my skin. So something else. So what does it do? Like it does something. Like it's unless you're musical and you can convert that negative to positive, it's doing something. I don't know. I'm really glad I don't smoke anymore. I can't breathe. You can't breathe. Your sinuses are clogged. Chrissy, two things. One, snort hot sauce or chili powder. I know I know it's gonna hurt, but fucking do it. Like it will clear out your sinuses. But two, I'll send you a video. I just saw it yesterday with Dr. Berg. I don't know if you know him. I don't like him. Like he's like one of the most smug motherfuckers ever. But he's got a lot of really good information, and he's got a video. I mean, I don't even you don't have to see the video. It's just basically your C2 vertebrae. That's like a quarter inch below where your skull ends. Like if you like hold it and kind of pinch it and put pressure there while also on your other hand putting pressure on your forehead a little bit, and it doesn't have to be a shitload of pressure, but just like a little bit, it drains your sinuses. And it's like it's an instant thing. So yeah, if you got fucking like smoker's respiratory system, try that, and it probably won't make it 100% great because I'm assuming you've been smoking since, because people generally don't pick up cigarettes when they're fucking 35. So I'm assuming you've been smoking since you were a teenager, and so you've probably done some damage. But still, try that. Try that. You can try it right now and see if it works. And because it worked for me, and definitely snorting hot sauce fucking works really fucking well. I did it last week. Again, the first time I did it was on my birthday, and it lasted like 2.5 weeks. Like I could breathe perfectly for 2.5 weeks, and then my nose started getting congested again. So I just did it again. I meant like running and stuff. Yeah, try the fucking thing. I'll send you the video too. But just try it and see if it works because it's literally it takes 10 seconds. You can try it right now and it just drains your sinuses. So if it's runny or stuffy or whatever, it just drains it. It's like a really cool hack. Nasal spray or inhaler. Yeah, I find nasal sprays are mostly bullshit. Unless it's a fucking chili pepper nasal spray, where in which case you only need it once. It's like capsaicin is so much better than whatever they're using. Like they usually use saline, or like some medication. But if you just put spicy shit up there, it's like a heavy anti-inflammatory, and because it's spicy, it cleans everything out, and because it's an anti-inflammatory, like it reduces all the inflammation. So like all the pipes can flow again. So it's like it works on both issues, all the fucking snot that's in there, but also all the congestion because you blow your nose so much and like the pipes get inflamed and like there's just a lot of inflammation and shit. Never said your sinuses are messed up. Oh, okay. Well, they probably are though, Chrissy. If you've been smoking for fucking probably 24 years or some fucking crazy shit, like they always like cigarettes always fucked up my sinuses. Like I smoked for 3 years, 18, 19, 20, and then I smoked again when I was 27, and that was it. So like 4 years of my life. Um, uh, Don't yeah. Smoking aside is so fucking stupid, man. It's so retarded. What's the hottest thing I ever ate? It was called a Big Black Mama. Oh, a Big Black Mamba. It was either Big Black Mamba or Big Black Mama, and it was a giant fucking black pod. I don't even. It's not even on my fucking YouTube channel. I wasn't even able to upload it. Although it might still be somewhere in the cloud, but I don't think so. Um, it was easily the hottest. It was so hot, and I've eaten death spirals, I've eaten reapers, I've eaten scorpions, I've eaten ghost peppers, I've eaten all those things. Like I have a lot of experience. This shit was so many levels above that. Any of that shit. I was in pain for. I was in solid pain for like 10 hours. I want to say, no matter how much sugar I ate and how much fat I ate, uh, my stomach was just. I was dying, and I threw up. I threw up, and I still was in pain. Yeah, that was easily the worst shit. That was towards the end of my eating. Real like I eat hot shit every day, pretty much still, but it's always like reasonable now. Um, like I'm not eating super hot pods anymore. It's just not worth it. Like I just fucking hate throwing them up and like the stomach issues. It's like the mouth burn, fucking whatever. That shit goes away in 10 minutes or less. But stomach burn lasts like a day. I get fucked up just eating sriracha. Are you serious, dude? Sriracha is not even comparable to like eating a jalapeno. Because like people like just jalapenos and serranos and habaneros and fresnos, like the low tier hot peppers, they don't get enough respect. I don't feel like as they deserve. Because if sriracha is fucking you up, just a bite out of like the placenta end of a jalapeno, and you're gonna be way past your comfort zone. Does it taste like fried chicken? The Big Black Mamba? No. Big Black Mamba tasted like it kind of tasted like bubble gum. There's certain pods that taste like bubble gum randomly, and that's what it tastes. It was pretty like it was actually a really delicious pod, but it burned so much in my stomach, like in my mouth too. But like I said, I don't care about mouth burn because it always goes away. It's like it's never gonna stay there forever. You can get pieces stuck in your teeth where like so sometimes it'll come and go and linger, but like your stomach, it's fucking in there and it's gonna be in there until you poop it out. So that's always what makes it terrible. Ever tried the blazing wings from Buffalo Wild? Yeah, there's a Buffalo Wild Wings right across the street from me. There was a time when I used to go there pretty often. You got to sign a waiver before they give it to you. Wait, I didn't have to sign a waiver, and I got blazing. Like I know I got there hot as shit, and I know because it was really fucking hot. Um, I didn't have to sign a waiver. But just when I order it, they're like, are you sure?" And I was like, "Yeah, I want a challenge." And they're like, "All right." Um, it wasn't. It was really fucking hot, but it wasn't so hot you have to sign a fucking waiver, dude. It's just a sauce. Like like, can you do another stream walking around another time? Do a stream walking around another time? You mean like just walking around like the lake or something, like in the cold or something, or like when it's snowing or something? I I I could do a ruck stream, I guess, but like when I'm rucking, I for whatever reason, I find that I'm way more in tune with nature if I have weight on my back. Like it puts me in a more primal. I feel like, oh, this is what my ancestors used to do. Like just walk through nature with like just carrying shit, and then like it makes me more like in tune. My neighborhood. Well, this is just it's basically Russia, dude. It's fucking the projects. It's high rises. So like there's really nothing. There's nothing fucking. Oh, I mean, there is a lake in the apartment complex. That is actually really nice. I could just take you around the lake when it snows. Like it's not even a lake. It's a pond. It's called Chestnut Lake, but it's a pond. Like it takes like 3 or 4 minutes to walk around. Like it's really small. Um, but yeah, I could take you guys on a cold on a cold weather ruck. I will be doing lots of them this winter, or at least I plan to. And I love how low impact it is. It's like I don't really get injured. It's like I was running a lot this entire year. I've been running a lot. Um, Not for long distance. For me, it's 1.7 miles was always like the sweet spot. Um, but uh, but I would do it often. I do it 2 or 3 times a week. And since I started rucking, I ran once, but as I was doing it, I was like, I just felt like I would rather ruck because it's just so much nicer on my knees and ankles. I played basketball growing up, and so my knees and ankles, they're not shot, but they're not in the greatest condition doing fucking cross. I used to do crossovers all the time. I just practice crossover, practice crossover, practice crossover. So I got really fucking good at it, but I also like loosened up my ACL on one knee because I was really good at doing it one way. Um, and yeah, so in running just kind of wears that shit down. Take us for a walk through an African American neighborhood. No way in hell am I going to Eastside Cleveland and going for a walk. No fucking chance, dude. I wouldn't survive, dude. Like, or I mean, I maybe I'd survive, but like, if I was holding this up and going for a walk, 3 minutes tops. Someone's coming by and taking that, and it's literally not a joke. It's not a joke at all. It's dead serious. That's what would happen. Like that's how bad the neighborhood is on the east side. Like you do not want to fucking go there. Um, I went to the east side relatively recent, but it was like the near east side where it doesn't. Basically, the further up you go, the worse it gets. Before you hit Euclid, and then it's fine. But it's like 10 miles from downtown Cleveland all the way up to Euclid, where it's just worse and worse and worse, and more drugs and more crackheads, and like more and more obvious criminals, and there are no white people that live there. They're literally they just don't exist. That's how West Baltimore. Yeah. West Baltimore is East Side Cleveland. I would say might as well be the same city, except Baltimore has more pure drugs because of where you live. Like we're here, we get like the shitty drugs because we're in the Midwest. But we also get like a strange, like there's a lot of different routes that connect to Cleveland. So we also get like random shit. Um, are the Larrys there all prostitutes and junkies? When I found, I didn't find Larry, but my ex did. But when she found Larry, he was actually a prostitute and junkie. Fuck, I can't even speak at this point. It's just firecrackers, guys. Yeah, exactly. Uh, yeah, gunshot time. But when I first moved here, I went through a very short, very short phase of doing drugs, and it, of course, Chrissy owns guns. She fucking lives in the middle of fucking nowhere. Um, Chrissy, do I imagine most people where you live have a pretty heavy accent? Am I right or am I wrong? Like a pretty thick Southern, like Virginia has a specific type of Southern accent that's like more, um, how to say, it's more proper, I guess. It's more like, I don't know. It's not like an Alabama way of speaking at all. It's way different. Like there's a lot of different like um, Southern accents, and like it's not like Alabama. It's it's not like Bryce. It's more like Bryce Mitchell than Alabama, but it's not like Bryce Mitchell either. Like it's like I guess it's like a mixture of Appalachian and Southern, and yeah, accents are fucking weird. Like I don't know. Do you have an accent, Chrissy? Do you have an accent? You probably do. Really smoking your cigarettes and smoking your meth and smoking your weed and smoking your smegma, um, your own smegma. Do you smoke your own smegma? No, you save that for me. You save that for me. Yeah, I remember. Um, dude, it's been like 2 hours, and I feel like I'm talking bollocks at this point. But you guys are still here, so I must be somewhat fucking entertaining. Chrissy, is this the city you live in, or the town you live in? Is it not like uh, I think you've been there for a while. Like, do you like it? Um, it takes time to understand that. Uh, Another bull rip, perhaps. If I do another bull rip, I feel like I'm better now than when I started because I was higher when I started this stream. So, uh, a bull. I don't know. I get too high and I already have such terrible issues with getting what's going on in my head to come out my fucking mouth. I used to be so good at it. That was my best fucking shit. That was like my number one skill I was great at. But 2 decades of smoking weed and mostly being introverted and not using that skill as much as I should and just being like a fucking spaceman, just thinking about shit that doesn't really have words you can put into, um, has made me much less of a fucking speaker. And so people don't take me. It's funny. I consider myself more smart now than I ever was back then. But people would always like just equate like people I would just meet would always talk about how smart they thought I was. Because I just had a much better grasp on the fucking human on the English language. I've most like 10 bowls since I've gotten here. Holy shit, Chrissy, are you serious? You smoked 10 bowls? Are you serious? 10 fucking pizza bowls straight to the dome. This is what I was talking about, Loquacious. She's a tank. She can just fucking go and go and go and go and go and go. Um, she's my hero, man. She's my fucking hero. You are. I need to hang out with fucking Chrissy J. Chrissy, if I made a road trip, if I made a road trip to Virginia, and like, would you hang out with me? Would you hang out with me and Larry, and we just smoke bowl after bowl after bowl after bowl, and just fucking talk about how fucking I don't know how stupid Guru is. She's the role model. She's not a role model. She's the role model. Chrissy J could outsmoke the entire chat. Sorry, I left stream. Yeah, fuck you, darling boy. It's fine, buddy. Dude, you're allowed to fucking. I wouldn't watch my stream, dude. I assumed you just went to watch Guru. Dude, I don't fucking dude. I did see Grayson. Yeah, he's a fucking cutie pie, dude. He's a fucking cutie. Yeah, never apologize for a stream, dude. I wouldn't be watching my streams. I don't know why you guys watch my streams. Um, but I appreciate you guys being here, and I'm glad I can provide some entertainment. And I think it does help me like work on my skill of transferring my thoughts to my mouth because that is something I wish I had back. Like that is the one thing I really wish I had back from my teenage years. Everything else, I feel like I'm so much better now than I was back then, but not that department. And like I was just quicker too. I don't want to say I was quicker because I'm still every bit as funny, if not even more funny. It's just I could just fire them off rapidly. Like I would, like if high school me and Guru got in a battle, like in a verbal battle, I would murder him. But me and Guru these days, I would probably trip over my words. Like I would know what I'd want to say, and I wouldn't be able to get it fucking out. Um, but anyways, yeah, Chrissy's just smoking bowl after bowl after bowl, and not answering me. So she wouldn't hang out with me, or she at least doesn't want to say in front of other people she would hang out with me. But that's fine. I probably wouldn't want to hang out with me with this stupid hair either. So I don't blame you. And I probably I would do my best. Pinky promise that I would not steal all your meth or smoke all your meth. But I would smoke a little bit of it if you offered, obviously. But that's not really my thing anymore. But when you're with Chrissy J, that's what you do. You smoke cigarettes, you smoke weed, you smoke meth, and you smoke peach tea. So 6. When you were mixing the products for your hair, you did not notice there was no color in it. I haven't. I don't know what it like. I've never dyed my hair my natural hair color before. So like I should have known. Like I used to dye my hair black in high school, but I don't remember. I genuinely don't remember what that dye looks like. And I've dyed the only other shit I've done is like a bleach and in colors and shit. I didn't know what it was supposed to look like. Did it look like bleach? Yes, it looked like it was obviously it was fucking bleach. Yes, it looked like bleach. But no, I didn't question it because I thought it was gold. I don't know. I just felt like I who am I to question it? And it didn't really smell like the other shit. The other bleach I used, it smelled so fucking caustic that I was like, Jesus, this is fucking bleach. But this shit, it didn't really. It smelled more like regular hair dye. So I don't know, like I don't know if it was old and something happened to it, or if it was just like overstocked, like because it was the wrong shit that they like it was just mislabeled and that's why it was selling for so cheap. Because it's normally like a $10-15 box of hair dye, but I got it for $2 at a at an overstock store. Um, so yeah, but yeah, like I've never. Oh, my phone's dying. I've never dyed it. I've never fucking fail. Yeah, I mean, my scalp is bleeding right here. I don't think it's still bleeding, but I don't know if you can see it. But it hurts so. For some reason, it didn't hurt on the sides at all, but the top of my head hurt so much as I was washing it off, and like the feeling of the water like pounding my head, it was pretty gnarly. I think it was a 40. I'm pretty sure it was a 40, not a 30 too, because the sides of my hair, like I had just shaved them. I just shaved. Yeah, dude. Yeah. There's like a little cut. I don't know if you can see it, but I swear there is. It's right there. I can feel it. Um, but I think because I bleached it last again with like a heavier bleach, natural hair color for the most part, and it's way wider. Yeah, the roots, it's all way wider than the first time, and obviously this shit's gonna be wider because I'm re-bleaching it, but still, like this was a stronger bleach. I could just feel it that it was a stronger bleach. Um, so yeah, I'm not gonna do that again. I'm just gonna let it grow out, I guess. Or actually, I saved some of it because yeah,